Kotori Shindoryu, one of the oldest samurai schools of martial arts in Japan. But did you know they have a 500-year-old oral tradition on how to defeat a ninja? The fight between samurai versus ninja has been going on for hundreds of years. And today I'm going to share with you some of the secrets that's been passed down in Kotori Shindoryu on how to defeat the ninja. Now this information comes from an interview that Otake Sensei had in September of 2009. In this interview, he was asked lots of questions about ninja, the art of ninjutsu, and was there any ninjutsu taught in the Kotori Shindoryu? He shared so much information on this topic, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now before I begin, I just want to say please hit the subscribe button below. I post videos every day on YouTube, so if you guys are interested in traditional Japanese martial arts of the ninja and samurai, then hit the subscribe button and keep up with everything that we're doing. For those of you who don't know, Otake Sensei was a master of Kotori Shindoryu. He's wrote multiple books. He's also appeared in different samurai documentaries. He is known worldwide for his knowledge of the samurai arts. When he was asked about this oral tradition on ninjutsu that's taught in Kotori Shindoryu, this is what he said. In our school, there's nothing about learning ninjutsu itself and nothing that is recorded within our ancient scrolls. All the knowledge that I have obtained comes from our founder and has been passed down by word of mouth for over 500 years. This is the true way of defending yourself from a ninja. When asked about the ninja and their specific skill set, this is what Otake Sensei said. Every ninja had a specialty, such as taming and training animals in the mountains, hiding in the water, hiding amongst trees, and amongst other things. In the daytime, they would usually work in the field as farmers and go about their normal routine. Now, when asked about how a samurai would know if a ninja's in their house or if a ninja's in their residence, this is what Otake Sensei said. Tatami mats are laid in the same way for every room that has an external exit. This system of laying down the mats is universal in Japan, and nobody can tell you why or how it started. In fact, it started because of shinobi. You have to remember that in the beginning, tatami mats were an expensive commodity and only owned by those of high ranking. Thus, they were owned by the samurai and were relatively unknown by those who were of lower birth. Where there is a room with a doorway that leads outside, you will always find the tatami mats laid out so that you will walk across the width of the mat and not so that you walk down the length. The reason for this is simple. Tatami mats have their weave in the same way each time, and when you lay the mats in this fashion, you will find that the weave runs in straight lines away from the wall. The shinobi who enters the house of the samurai would automatically use a cross walking style. Thus, he walked along the wall in this fashion. His sideways sliding step would go against the weave of the mat and create a swishing sound that we at this school would be trained to listen for. This is why we lay the tatami mats in such a way. Now, when he was asked what would a samurai look for when they're patrolling the outer residence of a house, what would be the things they would look for to see if there was any type of ninja activity or someone breaking in? And this is what he said. The shinobi applied water to the sills of the sliding doors so that they wouldn't make any noise when they were stealing in. Thus, if you find unexplained water around your doors, be warned that a ninja may have entered. Now, before I move on to the next part of this interview, I just want to say this. Even though we do post every single day on our YouTube channel, we do offer a YouTube's memberships page. And on this page, you get exclusive members-only video on authentic historical ninjutsu training, samurai martial arts, reality-based self-defense, and survival. So if you want even more content, you want exclusive members-only video, just go to the channel, click join, and you'll have access on the members page to all of that content. Now, when Otake Sensei was asked about how a samurai would chase down and capture a ninja, this is what he said. When you rush out to chase down shinobi, you shouldn't be barefooted, as shinobi scatter caltrops to disable those who are in pursuit. Now, when he was asked where the most common places samurai would find ninja, this is what he said. Those shinobi good at hiding between trees could move around from treetop to treetop as quickly as squirrels. Also, when climbing up a tree, they use their sword as a stepladder or foothold, and by lifting themselves up by holding onto the tree with one arm. They then retrieve their sword by the means of a long cord when they have attached to their weapon. They also climb by swinging a long wet cloth with a snapping action around the branch as ascending from that point. He was also asked about ninja camouflage and some of the techniques that is in his oral tradition to look for the ways that ninja would camouflage themselves into their surroundings. And this is what he said. During a night activity, the shinobi would use a bag of charcoal powder from the wood of a kiri tree. This wood is a very fine texture and has a distinctive smell. The ninja would apply it on their face and also sprinkle it all over and around their body as they moved. Thus, as a defender, you should learn its aroma and then peer into and penetrate the darkness from a low position, close to the ground. And if you see something blacker than the darkness moving, be warned. that's a shinobi. So there you guys go. Those are just a handful of points that Otake Sensei said in this particular interview of September of 2009 with Anthony Cummins. Now, I only shared with you guys a handful of points. If you guys would like to read the whole interview, that whole interview is published in this book, True Path of the Ninja. Again, this book is written by Anthony Cummins and Yoshie Miname, and if you do not have this book in your ninja library, you should have this book in your library. A link to this book is going to be below in the video description. Now, if you guys are interested in training in authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu, please check out our website at budoryuninjutsu.com. There you guys can see a list of our schools, and if you don't live next to one of our schools, you can always join the Budoryukai online ninjutsu dojo and start training today. So thank you guys very much for your love and support. I deeply appreciate it. Until next time, take care, be safe, and good luck in your journey of Budo. Bye.